knew the people there, Stephen, and you love them, concerned about them. There's something like 400, maybe, roughly 350, I don't know, who are out somewhere in the bush. What are they likely to do? What is their what plan? Are they leaderless now? Will they have to sort of organize their own leadership? Are they capable of doing it? A lot of young people, old people.
Was there a contingency plan if something happened to go somewhere in the bush?
No, we never dreamed that this would happen. As for, I can only say what I would do. I mean, I would be scared. I would be scared to death, just as anyone else would be here. You know, I mean, considering the circumstances. But I don't know how they'll react. You know, it's very dangerous.
How many exactly were in the
What worries you most? You said before you were very worried.
I'm worried. I mean, I'm worried about them. I want to see them. I want to see how they are. I want to know what's happening. I want to know who's dead, who's alive. You know, if there's somebody, I'm sure there's many that I've known and loved that are dead, and I want to be able to know that so I can deal with it.
Is there a successor? Is there a viable leadership, or is it the end of it, or what?
Like I said before, I as you know, the temple goes. I don't see it as the temple anymore, and I've never have really. I've seen it as my loved ones, someone there with me to build something, trying to get something done. And right now, all that I care about is that they're okay, and that they have the, you know, that they're able to do what they want to do, and you know, as best as possible, you know, start over again.
How do you think history will eventually come to see your father?
I don't care.
Incredible. You don't care?
I don't care. I don't care how they come to see him. Only that I hope that it just doesn't discredit what I've lived for and what most of the people I've, at one time all of the people have lived for, and you know, that's why I can almost say that I hate this man for doing what he's done, because he has destroyed everything I've lived for.
How many guns were there altogether?
And where did they come from?
All that I knew of were at the I think I knew for sure of. I saw 3, and I was reasonably sure that they were licensed, and
You knew nothing of the cache of automatic weapons?
No, I did not.
Why was it necessary for your father to have approximately $1.5 million in cash and gold and checks?
I don't see how it could be necessary at all, and I didn't know anything about it, and it's made me more aggravated that you know, there could have been a lot more for, you know, a lot of people with, you know, if that money would have been used.
Was he frightened of that? Was he? I mean, it's normal human trait to you know, give those considerations.
He claimed he was afraid of nothing, which I know is bull. He's a very frightened man. He claimed that I don't know, he had no ego, which is the total opposite. He had one of the biggest egos I've ever seen in my life. But I think he was. That's another reason. I felt he did so much. You know, I felt he feared for his life so much that he would never do anything like this.
Steve, isn't it true that it was discussed among the top leadership that if this should come to pass, some people from Jonestown would then go to some who were decided who would live would go to the States to kill the certain people who were on a list of enemies of the church?
As I said before, he never really let me in on the decision making, because I was, I guess what you might say, too contrary. You know, I believed in doing what we were doing at the time, and leave all this.
Have you heard any stories to this effect?
No. I mean, no.
You never heard that?
Steve,
I've heard.
You're saying he never let you in on the decision making. A little earlier, you said that you had gradually eased him out of the decision making. Who was making the decisions here?
When I say the decision making, I mean in the total, the working of the compound, right? You know, different, you know, facets of it. You know, like agriculture. You had construction. You had and you know, medical. You had everything, and everybody. There were departments, department heads, and then there was heads of that. You know, it was like a little government. And
has the government of Guyana informed you or indicated to you your status? Has anyone indicated their possible criminal charges pending?
No, they haven't.
Or deportations?
No, they haven't. it makes it sound like I condone it. I didn't, but you have to put yourself in my spot. You know, what am I to do? I'm only 19 years of age. What am I to do? Debbie Blakey, I understand why she left. I understand her feelings. Well, what has she accomplished? Nothing, you know. And I wanted to do the same thing she did. Stop it. But did she accomplish anything? Did any of the people that have left, you know, understandably so, but have they accomplished anything?
Could you explain why your father was so upset with the possibility of members leaving?
No. Like I said before, he had a tremendous ego.
In your opinion, would it have done the movement any harm?
No, not at all. I think it would have done the movement good to prove that people could come and go. If they did not choose to stay there and work, if they did not choose to stay there and build, you know, that is their prerogative. There were some of us there that felt that we were doing a good thing, you know. As for carrying on work, I know I'm going to go on believing what I believe in, you know.
I mean, will you try and go back out there and take the group from Georgetown and bring some of your other people down from San Francisco and begin again, or?
I don't see how that would be possible. I can say that there was, you know, a lot of things I didn't understand, a lot of things I didn't agree with. And like I said before, what would you do? I mean, would you leave everybody you've loved, everyone you've lived with all of your life, and accomplish nothing? You know, all those people in my life, all of my 19 years, I've known no one else, right? What am I going to do? You see what's happened when a few people tried to leave, you know? I didn't know what could happen. I wanted to protect my people. I wanted to, you know, maybe some way, you know, also I'll say again, I didn't want to see socialism discredited, or what I believe in discredited. And I felt I didn't take it as serious, you know, I feel a lot of guilt about that. I didn't take it that serious. And I felt that I could, you know, I could ease him out easily, you know.
You saw this as a socialist rather than a fascist experiment.
I saw him as I think, you know, if he was at a it was like he came to a crossroads and just pick one. He could have been either.
Which way to go?
Well, the socialist way. And all of us, I still believe it, and I'm sure, you know, most of us still believe it, you know. And I just want to, you know, say that I thank all of you for giving us a chance to say how we feel, because we're really in a bad situation, and you know, I don't want to be associated with what's happened. That's the last thing I want. I don't want my loved ones here. You know, if everybody, I can see that everyone's okay. I don't care what happens to me, and I honestly mean that. But you know, I just am worried about everybody else.
Do you think most of the People's Temple, those who are left to come out of the jungle north, do you think their natural inclination will be to return to the United States, or is there hatred of the United States enough to try to seek refuge somewhere else?
I don't think there ever really was any hatred of the United States. It was just another way of life.
Your father didn't preach
He hated
hatred of the
He
evil
preached-
capitalist system?
He preached quite a few things, and a lot of them were contradictory. But I know I had no hatred for the United States. I hate anything that oppresses people and where people starve. But I see, you know, a combination of both in the United States.